and good morning. I hope your Saturday morning is off to a fantastic start. Today's Chit Chatter Day. I kind of dug deep into my drawers and I want to create some sort of a smoky eye look. I have some really old palettes, and this is also kind of a test because some of these things I haven't used in, oh my gosh, so long. I'm kind of debating getting rid of them or not. I'm not one to hold on to stuff that I'm not using, especially makeup, because I know it goes bad. I'm not a collector of makeup. I like to say I use my stuff, but at one point I had way too much and hardly any of it got touched. And now we are here. We are here with beautiful palettes that I want to play with that might be growing mold, but hopefully not. I'm in this cycle, okay? And we've talked about this probably. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'm in this cycle of I'm at home all the time, right? And especially over the last few months, we're all at home. But I'm at home all the time anyways. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my job is in the house. I leave for appointments and going to the store and so on and so forth, but that is by no means every day. In fact, if I wanted to, I could probably be home for, weeks at a time straight. And so that being said, I really struggle with getting ready during the day because no one's going to see me. So before this pandemic, I would bring my kids to school. Well, I'd walk there in the morning and then I'd walk there in the afternoon. Where's my cap that I just said? Oh, there it is. And I really didn't go anywhere in between. And so I felt like, what was the point in putting makeup on when A, nobody sees me, and B, I'm going to be sweating it off, both directions. And so I feel like I bought all this makeup, but I'm not even a person to put it on. Like, I put it on for you guys and I do this channel and everything. And so that's kind of my whole debacle, is that I like makeup and I just don't like that I have all of this stuff and I don't always have a reason to put it on. And I do have friends that put makeup on every single day, whether they go anywhere or not. And I just can't bring myself to do that. Because A, if I take the time to put makeup on, now I can't really go and do any of the yard work I was going to do or go do things outside because I sweat. That is the biggest thing, is I sweat bad. And I will sweat it all off. And then it will look like hot garbage, and then why did I put it on in the first place? Also, when I put makeup on, I break out. I break out so bad when I sweat with makeup on, which I'm actually going to have to, see, this is so stupid. This is stupid and silly at the same time, and I hate to say that, but it's true. I just feel like having a real chat here with you about my debacle. Later on this afternoon, my husband and I are going to do a workout when he gets home. Well, I'm going to have to wash my face before I work out because I can't work out in makeup because my face will break out. It will itch. I'll have little bumps absolutely everywhere. And so, you know what? I started putting this on before I even... I was supposed to mix this with a darker color. Anyways. And so I guess long story short is I feel like I love all this makeup and I've done this channel for the last few years. And at times I just have felt really, especially with the kids being home all the time now, even more so, I'm not going anywhere and I can't lay around on my couch with makeup on. Is anyone else like this? I can't lay in my bed with makeup on. It's a white bed. And so I think about all these things as a non-full-time working outside the home person, and I'm like, well, I have makeup for the once a week that I go to church and put it on, you know what I mean? Because I don't even put makeup on to leave the house or to go do errands or stuff like that, because it takes time to put it on. And I'm also the type of person that if I'm going to take the time to put it on, I want to do like all the steps. And I want to look really glam and I want to look pretty. I don't want to do like 4 steps. Now mind you, there are, like 4-step light makeup looks. Like there's a time and place for that. But if I'm going to sit down and do it, I want it to look good, right? Like I don't want to look like I just slapped makeup on my face. I'm sorry, this was not a very positive way to start out the video today. But it's also a very real topic, and it's something that I deal with constantly. And it's a struggle because I spent the money on it, and it's fun and stuff, but I feel like I don't ever go anywhere for anyone to see it. And it's like if you're going to take the time to put makeup on, you want people to see it, right? Do any of you, I guess I'm asking, struggle with this? Like, I'm sure there are. And it's not a problem. It's a non-issue. It's silly compared to a lot of other things in life. But for me, it's like maybe it's just the whole stay-at-home mom aspect of it, which I know not everyone can relate to, and I totally get that. Wow, we are really almost out of concealer here. I'm going to have to commit to a concealer. because this one is almost gone. Okay, I didn't really actually want to do that much. See, I start talking and then my makeup turns out best when I'm just like watching a video or just sitting down and doing it and not trying to talk at the same time. How do you guys get out of that rut of like, okay, well, I'm home 7 days a week. I leave to go to the grocery store every once in a while, but even then I don't really care if I have makeup on. How do you get out of that and just be like, well, I'm gonna do it for me? Because if you're gonna do it, you're doing it for yourself. Nobody gives 2 craps about whether you have makeup on your face or not in public. And if you've never seen those people before, they don't know whether you wear makeup normally or not. And I have had this conversation with my husband, and he's like, well, I don't even like you with makeup. I like you all natural anyways. I'm like, well, okay, well, you're not helping. You know, I'm glad you like me, you know, without it. And I'm so used to seeing myself without it. That's another thing. I'm so used to seeing myself without it that when I put it on, I'm like, whoa. And even my kids will be like, oh, wow, Mom, you look really pretty. Because, you know, they're so used to seeing me without it. In the back of my mind, though, I'm thinking, okay, well, I bought all this makeup and it's just sitting there rotting. And I feel like a horrible person for wasting money on stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Bronzer. Let's change subjects because I don't want this to be such a downer video. Wow, this is such a good bronzer. It's always been a favorite of mine because I love the texture and the blendability of the Hourglass powders in general, which I need to go and grab because I think we'll just continue to use Hourglass here. I think that's why, like, I don't watch a lot of beauty YouTubers. I really only watch a handful of people, and the majority of my subscription list is full of house videos, like decorating videos, renovation videos. Gosh, I just love to watch decorating videos. Food, I have a lot of food subscription people that I watch on YouTube. I have a few people that are beauty related, beauty fashion, like Christy Russell. I like to watch her for fashion. Like, there are a few makeup people that I watch, but for the most part, working out videos, that's what I really like to fill up my time with, because I kind of got burnt out on beauty, and I've talked about this a lot, just like solely beauty. Like, I find it boring now, and I don't know if it's just because I'm over it a little bit, to sit and watch makeup video after makeup video after makeup video talking about basically the same things. Now, with the exception of Emily Noel, I will watch her day in and day out because I trust her. She's authentic, she's real, she's relatable, she's genuine. And I guess that's kind of where I was going with the fake versus not. Like, I'm not into the big, huge production. I'm not into people that have millions of followers and it's like they're doing it for the money. And I'm kind of over that, like, a lot. Okay, what we're doing, okay, I'm gonna go grab the Hourglass powder. I'm feeling a bit sassy today, I'm being brutally honest, and I'm kind of not caring. Like, my days of, like, tiptoeing around things and afraid to say this or say that too, it's like, you know what, I really feel this way. If you were sitting right here, I would be saying these exact same things, and I want to be true to how I feel, and, yeah, there it is. Hourglass. Love these powders. I'm gonna take a little of the Mood Light. I remember this was the first Hourglass powder that I bought. I was living in New Jersey, and oh gosh, what mall were we at? I don't know, it was like a rinky-dink mall, honestly, but there was a Sephora in it, and I seen these powders, and this was before I knew anything about anything, really, and I was like, what are these? And, you know, they were explaining it to me. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But the reason I bought the Mood Light is because it's kind of like a slightly lavender powder, and so it cancels out redness. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this and throw it kind of on the apples of my cheeks, honestly. A little bit like a blush. I don't know. Just kind of dust it everywhere, I guess. I'm going to take Luminous Light. This one I use as a highlighter. So that's going to be my highlighter today. Super, super gorgeous. I love a almost wet skin looking highlighter, but not, I don't like chunkiness. I don't like it to be too metallic where it looks fake. I like it to be shimmery where it just looks like super healthy, wet skin. Kind of like your skin looks when you just apply moisturizer and it just looks so plump. I feel like my last Get Ready With Me, my makeup look was just kind of meh. But sometimes I sit down and really try to focus and do a good job, and other times I'm just like, I just want to chat, you know? So I put that serum on my eyebrows. I do it probably, oh gosh, when I remember, probably at least a couple times a week, but I put it on this morning, the New Brow, and so my hairs are a little bit coarse because they have that serum in that, but I'm telling you that because it's actually really gripping this color well, and it's giving my brows a little bit more texture, which I kind of need because my eyebrow hairs themselves are very fine, and to get them to look more coarse and full and bushy, I guess you could say. Not like crazy bushy, but like if you have really flat, fine hairs, to get them to look more full and bushy, they need a little bit of texture. So that was a good combo. Grab a blush. I have a blush. I don't have a blush here in front of me, so I'm actually just going to grab this. Actually, this is NARS Oasis. I'm going to grab this and put this on my cheeks. Like, I'm getting all dolled up, and back to the beginning of the video, I feel like I need to make up a place to go because I'm getting all dolled up and nobody's going to see me. I'm like, well, maybe I could run to the store. I might be the only person on planet Earth that thinks this way, but I feel like if I spend all this time to get ready, somebody needs to see me. Like, why am I doing this? Otherwise, I feel like it's wasted time. I don't like wasting time. In the course of a day, and I've joked with my husband about this, if I were to write down every little thing that I do every single day, it would be this long. Like, my list of things that I do, and some of it, he says, is a waste of time, and it might be. Like, he's like, why do you fluff the pillows every time you leave the couch just for somebody to come sit back down? I don't know. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, and I feel like it's getting worse than it used to be, so some things might be wasted energy, right? But other things are totally not. I mean, I have 2 cats, a dog, and 2 kids, and my husband's been home a lot more working from home. He's not this week, but he has been, so there's just a lot more tidying and cleaning up going on all the time. In fact, I feel like I just need to move my bed into the kitchen because that's where I live. That smells good too. If you're looking for a really nice mist for your face, I don't think this is not a setting spray, but just something to kind of get rid of powderiness and make you look dewy and glowy. The Pixie Glow Mist is a nice option, and it has a very fine mist on it. It's not like, you know, splashing you in the face with water. I gotta tell you, I love to watch people on YouTube be super honest and not care. I admire it, and I feel like it's really important, and I think that's what makes people, or helps people understand who you are and why you do the things that you do, is when you're honest and open with them. And I've always been that way in my channel, but lately I don't know, I've been feeling a little sassy. I'm just kind of like, you know what? I just got to keep it real. I got to do my part in being honest and sharing how I really feel about things, because that's why I turned to YouTube. I want people to tell me what they're going through. I want people to tell me things that might be a little off-putting, but it's how they feel. Like, I think it's important to talk about things and not just stuff it in and have everybody assume that you got it all together all the time. Because ain't nobody got it all together all the time. And if they do, they're lying. So I don't know if this is the right order to do things, but I like to curl my lashes before I do mascara, or everything really. Because if I do this after, me, will get shadow and eyeliner. Like, it'll take it off. This tool, Chelsea, it's a tool. This is an old palette. I don't know if they make it anymore, but it's the Mercier Artist Palette. It's got lots of nice smoky mauves and some browns in it. And I believe this was the first ever palette I reviewed on my channel. Back when I had no idea what I was doing. I was really quite new to makeup, but I just wanted to start a channel. I thought it would be fun. I picked makeup because at the time that's what I had been focusing on. So I guess if you're new, the history of my channel is I started with talking about makeup because I was watching makeup videos. I wouldn't say that was my line of expertise at all. I'm not sure what my specific line of expertise is because I kind of dabble in, I don't know, I'm a mom. I like to cook. I'm pretty good at cleaning, maybe obsessively. My wheelhouse is just that, really. But I had chosen makeup because it was fun. And it was something to do while talking, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to dip it into one of these brown shades and throw it in the crease. Anyways, I've questioned a lot of things, and let's just question it more. Let's just put these questions out there and tell you how I really feel, right? Ooh, that's a good color. I've questioned a lot of things, right? And I think I stop myself. I'm my own biggest obstacle to success. I wouldn't say I self-sabotage. I, in my mind, create obstacles that might not actually be there. And I question whether what I'm doing is right while doing it. This whole time I'm like, okay, well, Chelsea, you don't actually have any training in makeup and you don't know what you're doing. Like, I've learned right along here with you. And I've even had, you know, this is, okay, let's just put it out there. I've had managers, I don't have a manager, but a manager of people on YouTube told me straight up, like, you shouldn't be making makeup videos because you're no good at it, you know? And that kind of dashed my dreams there for a moment. And I didn't let it stop me. I kept doing it. But I think looking back, what the person was saying was like, maybe you should do something else. Well, I kind of took the advice and did a few things that, you know, they said, but I don't know, it just didn't feel real. And I think what I enjoy the most is just the chatting. Like, it could be chatting about food. It could be chatting about, you know, family time. It could be chatting about something dumb that I did. Like, that's what I like. And I don't know how to turn that into a video all the time, other than sitting down with a makeup brush in my hand and shooting the breeze kind of thing. And that's where I struggle with the whole makeup beauty thing, because I don't want to keep up with the Joneses, and I don't necessarily want to review makeup, and I don't want to keep buying makeup anymore. So how do I continue this, right, without doing something? You know what I mean? And now I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe you shouldn't upload this. Like, they don't want to hear all your negativity and all of your questioning and all of your whatever. Like, get it together. I'm a almost 35-year-old woman, right? I should have life figured out. All right, love this color. It's called Fresco. I bet you Laura Mercier still makes this color. It might even be in some other palettes. I'm going to go over the, excuse me, the top of it with Plum Smoke. See, I shouldn't be using this. Like, a good beauty guru YouTuber wouldn't be using this palette from, when did this come out, 2013? I know, but I think you can still get these colors. Now, Laura Mercier at the counter, sorry, I have my thing on. At the counter, you can buy her shadows individually, because I've looked at them several times. And I know she does, you know, repeats of shades and palettes from time to time too. But it's just like a really pretty brown color. It was like a smoky lavender mauve. No, it's not lavender. It's like a smoky color. Like, I watch Raw Beauty Christy, and I love when she just goes deep into how she's feeling the last week and just lays it all out there. And, like, I'm not doing this with the intention of you feeling bad for me or pity or anything like that. It's truly just a conversation. And I feel that there are people who probably can be like, hey, yeah, I feel like that too. And we can kind of, you know, if it helps somebody, right? It feels good when you know you're not alone in thinking something. Because then you get on your own head and you're like, oh, I'm crazy and I'm this and I'm that, you know, and you just start believing a bunch of crap that's not true. I'm just taking the brown shade in here. I've been doing this a lot lately and just using eyeshadow as eyeliner. Alright, well, we definitely went smoky, didn't we? Here's a super neglected palette in my collection. This is the Marc Jacobs The Starlet palette. It looks like this. This is a really pretty taupe color, actually, in here. Do we want to throw that on here somewhere? I think I'm going to take this sparkly shade and put that on my lids. These are quite creamy. This particular one's a little bit chunky. So let's see how this works. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, it's got like big chunks of sparkle in it, but it kind of reminds me of Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy. That's what this is reminding me of. That's a good single shadow, by the way. It's a really good lid brightening shadow. It's almost like this is an opportunity to create like a video diary. And I think everybody's curious, right? So if you found, be honest, if you found a video diary of someone and they were just sitting down, they made movies like, you know, about this, would you click play? Would you listen? I mean, you'd be curious. I mean, human beings are curious people, right? We're all curious about stuff. Except I'm giving you access to this diary. This is the color I put in my lid. I'm going to dig into this with the little Wayne Goss brush here. You know what I've been doing a lot of lately, and I've kind of touched on this last video, is baking. Just kind of like rediscovered how much, well, I've always loved sugar and dessert, but like baking. I made banana bread yesterday. I used Paula Deen's recipe because I've been watching Paula Deen on YouTube, and I told my husband, like, honey, if you be the cameraman, we can do like little baking videos or cooking videos, but then that would require him to be a cameraman because the logistics of filming in a kitchen like are real. Like you need like certain kinds of microphones, so it's not, you know what I mean? See, those are the things that I stumble over. Like I think about, okay, the practical side of things. Taking a little bit of the Chanel cream eyeliner and just kind of like going over that shadow, filling in any gaps here. This is definitely a look that's gonna be accentuated, and it's just kind of like screaming for lashes, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara and then throw a pair of something glamorous on. Here's the finished look. I'm really loving the smoky quality that we took this to. It only took, you know, like 3 palettes, but we did it. So while the glue was drying on my lashes, I kind of drew on my lips here. MAC Soar lip liner, one of my all-time favorites, with MAC Faux lipstick. This is such a great combo. And then over the top, I just threw on this this is old, a Chanel gloss. It's like a shimmery pink, but this is easily dupable. I would say I definitely achieved the glamorous look that I was going for. I feel my best, like if I'm going to do makeup, to go on full glam. Like I can do the everyday thing, and I just haven't seen myself in lashes in a while, and I really, these are one of my favorites. These are the Boudoir Lashes from House of Lashes. Kind of a thick band. I kind of want to try the light version because it's supposed to be a little bit smaller. These ones, well, this one over here I kind of clipped off a little bit weird, but anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to me rant today. I guess I wouldn't call it a rant, but just kind of like spill my guts, I guess, and be really honest with how I'm feeling and my motivation. And I don't know if this, I don't know. I just don't know. It's kind of like, this is where I'm at with my channel. I just don't know. Like, the things I'd like to do, I don't even have the equipment to do or the time or an extra person to help me. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like continuing to do this because I really just like the chatting. I like to just hang out with you. Maybe I just need to shut up and deal. There's also that. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed yourself and maybe found comfort in something that I said. Maybe you feel the same way. I don't know. Let's have a conversation about it down below. Subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload a new video. And I just appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Bye, guys.